Now in this activity, our topic is all about router on a stick routing VLAN. Still having the network address of 10.136.0.0 and a subnet mask of 13, which is the value of 255.248.0.0. But now in this activity, we'll be having a different network address for the VLAN 7 and a different network address for the VLAN 17. For VLAN 7, we have 10.136.0.0/26, and for VLAN 17, we have 10.136.0.64/29. Now, after knowing the different network addresses needed for this activity, we need to put the needed router, two switches, and 4 pieces, and then connect it with each other. As you can observe, we had a router. This is to enable communication between hosts on the same VLAN across different switches, wherein we need a router or a layer 3 switch to act as a router. After arranging all the connections, we need to configure the VLANs and switches, wherein we need to create the VLAN 7 and VLAN 17 and assign ports to each VLAN. And then we're gonna do the same configuration on both switches. After creating all the VLANs, we can do the verification by do show VLAN brief or show VLAN brief. After doing all that, we're gonna assign IP addresses to our PCs or to hosts connected to these VLANs using appropriate usable network addresses and as well as the subnet mask for each VLAN. And for the next step, we're going to configure the router. The router needs interfaces to connect to each switch. So we need to configure these interfaces with IP addresses in the same subnet as the VLANs. For instance, in the VLAN 7, we use the IP address 10.196.0.1 as a default gateway, and as well as the subnet mask of /26. Therefore, we need to use it on our router interface. For verification, we can ping VLANs on a different VLAN like VLAN 7 to VLAN 17, and then we can also use it through a simulation, and we can observe how it will goes from sending it from VLAN 7 to VLAN 17.